I was minding my own business in Sydney, Australia, and I got a ping through LinkedIn asking me, did I know that there was this search on for a director of the Johnny Carson Centre for Emerging Media Arts? And I said I didn't. And I thought that the headhunters, Corn Ferry, only wanted me for my network. And then they kept asking me, no, will you apply? And I said, show me what it is. And then I said, heck yes, I will apply. I was just so excited by the possibility of creating something from scratch with my international network, treating it like a startup, but actually having the heft and vision of UNL behind me that I just said yes. And interestingly, one of my mentors rang me about 3 weeks into the gig and she said, so is it like what you thought? And I said, what do you mean? And she goes, is Nebraska like what you thought it would be? And I said, hey, I never even stopped to think about that. For us, it was about students learning, part of their learning to give and accept critique, part of their learning that it's about ideation and prototyping, not perfection, and how to be agile around ideas and making. So, and it was a way to invite the community in to come and see just exactly what we are doing. So we got inspiration from the notion of collaboration, openness, flexibility, adaptability, future-proofing the space. And we also went to Stanford, to the D school, the design school at Stanford. And that was where we got a lot of inspiration, where we saw a space which actually we realized was very similar to ours, with the clear story and the stairs that you see when you first enter the building. And that space, in the time we were there, was used for 3 different things. And we loved that. We could see how, you know, they were used to fly drones. It was used for a lecture. It was used as a place to hang out and eat lunch. And so we were very inspired by that. And I think we've managed to keep that sense of future-proofing and flexibility and adaptability around the space. And so then whenever we bought furniture, we made sure it was on wheels so that we could wheel it out, change the space at any time. We have been using collaborative real-time tools, not so much this last semester. The first semester when COVID, like in March, that was when we did make a pivot to start to use real-time game engines, so Unity. So students started to build and make short films inside Unity, which is exactly what happened in the industry. That's how people are creating in real time in virtual production right now when they can't do live action because of COVID. And then this coming semester, we're piloting teaching a VR XR class entirely in VR and XR. We're very fortunate that the Johnny Carson Foundation has bought a very powerful laptop for each of our students to check out, so that they do have the capacity at home to be able to do this. Actually, I'm interested in what will be the new normal. When I was the executive director of the Australian Writers Guild, back in the early 2000s, they had some massive writers' strikes in America. And I mean, writers of serial, the Sopranos, you know, all Hollywood writers went on strike. And at that point in time, that's when we got reality television writ large, right? Because for reality TV at that time, you didn't need writers. But when the writers came back, even though they went on to write such incredible television such as West Wing or Sopranos, reality television stayed. So I'm interested in what changes are we making during this pandemic that will actually take with us into the future. Look, don't hesitate. What we're experiencing now with the move towards virtual production in the industry is that we need to become very facile with real-time filmmaking and real-time creation using game engines such as Unity and Unreal. So we are perfectly poised to be able to collaborate remotely, so that what you're doing by coming to the Centre for Emerging Media Arts is you're getting ahead of the curve.